Number 5, conclusion. What physics concept or concepts are important when determining the speed of the marble at different parts of a roller coaster? The concept that I mainly think affects the speed would be the distance, because the distance requires the marble to move in a certain amount of space, and that determines whether it can reach a really high speed or a low speed based on the distance. How is it possible to calculate the speed at any point of the roller coaster using physics concepts? Well, it's possible to calculate the speed at any point by using the calculation to find potential energy in our marble. Friction is a reality of our world. What possible effects on the speed of the marble could friction have had during this lab? The possible effects friction could have had was some of the turns could have been too sharp, and that might have slowed down our marble. Some, like when our marble was going up to do its jump, maybe that could have slowed it down a little bit, and that's how friction was used. Did the marble make it down the roller coaster? Why or why not? Our marble eventually did make it down the roller coaster. I think it was because we put a lot of barriers on it, and we measured out the jump in the landing spot just right so it would land and keep going throughout our final design. What would you say the strengths and weaknesses of your design were? The strengths would be, I think, having a lot of barriers around the design in order for it to go all the way through and not fall off. Another strength would be us being able to work together as a team, and the design came off the top of the sink, which was really clever, I think, for DJ to come up with. He came up with that design. And one of the weaknesses was, in the beginning, we didn't really measure out the distance between the jump and the landing spot, so it kept going off the design, and it wouldn't work at first. If you had to do it over again, what would you do differently? I would make more barriers in the beginning and measure out our distance between jumping and landing spot better, and I would actually brainstorm more ideas that we didn't really come up with. Overall, what did you think of the Marble Roller Coaster Lab challenge? I thought that this challenge was kind of hard, but it was actually really fun because, as you see at the end of class, everybody started to get into it when our marble wouldn't work. But we got it one time, but we didn't record it. So when we finally got it, it was a success. Was it a worthwhile learning experience? Why or why not? Yes, I think it was, because it taught us how to work together, and also it taught us more about work, potential energy, and kinetic energy.